Welcome back. Traditional prompt engineering requires that you use a semi-structured prompt. For example, if you wanted a chatbot to create a process for you, one of the phrases that you would use or type in would be to think step by step. And for example, instead of just giving the query, you would also write in to the chatbot to think step by step. And in most cases, what you would also do is you might give the chatbot in this case an idea of what a step-by-step process means to you so that it knows how to output the data. However, we are going to skip that step and we're just going to click enter and we're going to allow ChatGPT to create a step-by-step process. The reasoning model of ChatGPT does not require you to write in or to ask the chatbot to think step by step. To use the reasoning model, you can just write in your query without the phrase or request that the chatbot think step by step. We're going to open up a new chat. We're going to change to the reasoning model. We're going to change to O1, which is the reasoning model in ChatGPT as of the recording of this video. We're going to switch to that model. We are then going to enter this element. And we're not going to ask ChatGPT to think step by step. And what you'll notice is that ChatGPT says that the chatbot thought for a second. So in order to produce this information, the chatbot does go through a step-by-step process in a different way than do the models that do not require the advanced reasoning. And so you will see a different result. So wherever you require a step-by-step process from ChatGPT, it's a good idea to attempt to use both models, to use first the advanced reasoning model as well as the most advanced model the ChatGPT has. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. You're now looking at the full screen version of the web application of ChatGPT. The web application is tied directly to your account. There are some differences between the web application and using ChatGPT in your browser. For example, if we click on this clip, what you're going to notice is that with ChatGPT using this desktop version, we can use ChatGPT to take a screenshot from the actual application. So we can click on this element and we can take a screenshot. Once you've taken the screenshot, you can then interact with ChatGPT based on the screenshot. We can then click enter, and you'll notice then that what ChatGPT will do is interact with the image that you have uploaded. There is a keystroke menu, and it's a good idea to ask the chatbot what that keystroke menu is and how to access it. And you can query, and you'll notice then that if you hit Command and the slash, you'll be able to bring up the keystroke menu. And it's here where you'll be able to see all of the keyboard shortcuts that you can use with the desktop application. So the desktop application does have some measure of flexibility when you can use it instead of using the browser version. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now, when you enter Sora for the first time and you don't know exactly what to create, one of the things that you can do is you can go to the Feature tab and you can look at some of the videos and the prompts that have been used to create them. For example, if you were to state that you like one specific video, you're going to see this prompt was used to create this specific video. You can go back to the dashboard. You can see some of the most recent videos that have been created. You want to click on this video. And in some cases, you may be able to tell what prompt was used. In this case, a prompt in another language was used. You can continue to click on certain elements to determine how some of the videos are created so that you can determine how you want to create your own. We're going to start the process by writing in a query. It's probably not the way we want the video to appear, so we're going to click on top of this video. And what we're going to do is we're going to remix the video. And what we're going to do is we're going to change the video. In this case, we're going to say that we want a mild change. We're only going to have one variation. And you'll notice now that we have 50 credits. We're going to check our credits here. We still have enough credits. We're going to go ahead and remix this part of the video. And we're going to create a new video. That video is now ready So we're going to look at the new video. It still really isn't what we want. And it may be because we've chosen the wrong orientation. So we're going to remix this. We're going to change the prompt. We're going to change the aspect ratio. We're going to shorten the clip and use one variation. This is only going to use 25 of our credits. So we're going to go ahead and storyboard this video to see if we can get the video to change its orientation. So our new video is now ready. And this is more of what we want for this specific clip. So now that we have a clip, what we're going to do is we're going to try to create another clip in order to combine with this clip. So we're going to angle out of this specific element, and we're now going to create another clip. We're going to create it in widescreen and landscape. And we're now going to create this new clip, and we're going to create a new landscape clip. So we now have our new element, and we have our next image. So now what we want to do is we want to combine these two images. So what we want to do is we want to come into this element, and what we want to do is we want to blend this with a video that we have already created from our library. So we want to choose from our library, and we want to choose the landscape image that we created. So we're going to use the transition blend. So we're not going to use sample or mix. We're just going to use the default setting, which is the transition blend. We're only going to have one variation, and we'll see what this video will cost us in terms of credits. We'll now blend these two videos together, and we're going to add that video to the queue. Blended video is now ready. We're going to look at our blended video. And that's probably not exactly the way we want the video to appear. So what we're going to do is we want to try to get our city to appear inside of the globe. So we're going to describe some of the changes that we want to make. So our blended video is now ready. We're going to look at it. And the blend kind of worked. It might be a better idea for us to try to attempt to create this video from scratch. So we're going to stop this video here, and we're going to pick it up from creating a snow globe with this city from scratch. Welcome back. Now, because Sora is memory intensive, what we did was we closed the entire browser and we reopened it to Sora so that we can preserve our browser resources. What we want to do is we want to take what we have done so far, and we want to start from scratch and try to build the image all from one area. So in this particular case, we're just going to describe one video that we want to create, and we're going to write in our description. So this time, we are not going to try to combine images. We're going to try to create this image all from one area. So we're going to start with our prompt. We're not going to use a preset in this case. We just want to focus on the specific image that we want. We're going to focus on low resolution at this point, and when we get the image right, then we'll raise the resolution and lengthen the video. So we want to get a short clip first. And what we're going to try to do in this case is we're going to try to do a couple of variations to see which one actually is closer to what we want. Now, in this case, we're going to use a few more credits. We do want to keep track of how many credits that we have. And we have enough left in order to attempt to get this particular image right. We're going to be using 50 credits for this specific effort. And we're now going to click enter. And the storyboard process is going to begin. And so at the point at which the video is added to the queue, you will see that the video will start the process in real time on your screen. So in this case, you're going to see that the video is completing. You'll see on the right side in the upper right hand corner that there is an indicator as to what the process is. You'll also see it in your screen in real time. So once the video is complete, we can then click on it in order to watch it. So what we're now going to do is we're going to now click on our notification area. And what we're going to do is we're going to say, now in this case, ChatGPT or Sora has given us an opportunity by giving us additional videos where we can select two in order to keep. So we're going to click Got It. And we want to look to see which ones we like best. And of all of these videos, there are ones that look better than others. And what we're going to do is we're going to select one to keep, and we're going to select another to keep here. And we're going to keep these selected videos. And so now what we do is we have our variations here in this area. You can click on one individual video, and we can start to work with this video if we like it best. We can view the story on the storyboard. So you can see how the video is being storyboarded, and we can make changes to the storyboard. However, we like the video the way it is, so we don't feel the need to make any changes to this storyboard. We can also recut this video, and you're going to see how the video plays on the timeline. So if we want to, what we can do is we can lengthen the video, and we can lengthen it based on what is already produced. For now, we're just going to close out this video. We can remix the video, and we can make changes. Now, one thing that we do want to do, now that we have a variation that we like, is we're going to slow down to one variation. And what we're going to do is we're going to increase the resolution. Now, this does take longer in order to remix. So we're going to now check to see how many credits we're going to use. And we're going to use more credits for this process, but we are going to get a higher resolution video. So we now want to remix this specific video. And we're going to add this video to the queue. Now at this point, we're just going to wait for Sora to complete our additional video. We can watch the completion process from our dashboard, and you'll see the progress that Sora is making on the video. You can also follow the progress in the right-hand corner, and we'll see it there. So we can now either click our notification, or we have the image here. We're going to click on our notification, and you do notice that we do have a higher resolution of a video. Now that we have the video that we want, what we can do is we can make it so that this video loops. So we're going to do that. We're going to click on the loop command. What we now want to do in order to lengthen the video is to loop it. So we're going to click on loop. And you'll notice here that the video now will extend to 7 seconds. We're only going to ask for one variation in this case. We know that we already like the video. And if we want to lengthen the video, we can do it. You'll notice now that the video is now 8 seconds. We can lengthen it from the beginning. And so the video is now 8 seconds. We can choose the kind of loop that we want. And so if we want to make it a long loop, we can make it so that the loop is going to be long. That's going to cause the video to be 10 seconds. That will cause us to use through 213 credits. That's probably not what we want to do in this particular case. If we go to a normal loop, we'll be using 154 credits. If we use a short loop, then our credits will be at 106. So we're going to bring this in from 6 seconds. We're going to bring it now down to 5 seconds. And then that's going to take us 80 credits in order to do. We've got 293 left. We could shorten the video a little more. 59 credits, and the video is going to loop. So we're going to click loop. And we're going to allow now Sora to loop our video. So we can go out to the dashboard and we can follow the progress. And you'll see the progress being made on our video. You can also follow the progress in the right-hand corner here with Sora. You can see the activity. And you're going to see when Sora completes this part of the video, when it's going to actually loop. And our video has now completed the looping process. And so you can see the continuous loop that appears in this part of the video. So we have choices. We can now share the video. We can copy the link. We can make it so that the video is going to be unpublished, so that it will not be public. We can now download the video. So we can go to this area and we can download the video to our hard drive. And we can make it so that we now know where the video is going to be. Now we don't have any folders set up. We're going to go ahead and set up a folder. We're going to create a folder. Our folder is now ready. We're going to go back to our video. And we're going to add that video to our folder. And so now our video is now part of our folder. Okay, so thanks, and I will see you in another video.